are diving right in today. Gwen and I called each other up and we're like, we have to get this podcast done. Life happens and then you got to get on it. We are recording audio today in Gwen's garage, so the acoustics are a little bit weird, but hopefully when all's said and done, we will have an amazing recording space for you. Alrighty, let's do it. I do believe too that people that don't have enough to do are generally more like destructive in ways like that versus if they're busy
Okay, so
doing
like
stuff.
bored people that don't have a lot of projects or hobbies tend to be more villainous.
Well,
I don't know how to describe that part, but I'm feeling.
How does that saying go? There's a saying, and it's like, empty hands are the devil's plaything.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes. Or maybe it's like bored hands or something like that. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely have to work to stay out of gossip, and like, I have a hard time sometimes sussing out what's gossip and what actually needs to be said. So I do struggle with that.
Well, there's this fact of being true. Gossip or actual facts that are true. Like, there's a difference. People just call everything gossip, but some things are facts that are true about something. And it's not like you're gossiping. It's just something that's come to light, you know? I don't really think that's complete gossip. But when you're saying, oh, guess what she so-and-so did today? And guess what she said about, you know, this other girl. And before you know it, that's like full-on gossip.
Yeah.
And it's funny how the truth comes out. Sometimes people think it won't come out, and it does. They forget what they lie about.
Well, that's the thing.
Lies.
That's the thing. Like, I'm honest to a fault. I cannot lie. People can tell too. Like, if I try to, like, you know, do a surprise or something, people can tell something's off because I just can't fully like commit to it.
I don't know. I've noticed. Is your face beaming with something different? Like, what is it? I don't know.
I'm just sus somehow. I don't know. They just know, like, especially the people that know me know, right?
But what about, like, when you had to go through, like, something you have to lie? Like, I can't think of an example. Going through the border crossing.
Okay. One time.
There we go.
I did, the only time that I know of that I lied and I did not know it until after.
Oh, that's not really lying then.
Well, it's so bizarre because I don't know how this knife got in my truck, but it was like one of those foldable knives.
Oh my God.
And I was going through I was in the States for like a week. I was doing like a job shadow and I was coming back through. So I'm like 18, right?
Yeah.
19. And they're like, you know, do you have anything suspicious in your vehicle, and asking all those border guard questions, right? And I'm just like, no, all good. He's like, oh, can you like pull up there? And he's like, you can wait inside while we search your vehicle. And then when I got back, they come back in, they're like, okay, you're good to go. And then I go in there and I don't know what made me look, but like I opened my, what's that thing? Gloves compartment thing, and there was that knife in there.
Oh God!
And I don't even know how it got in there.
It
still
happens.
To this day.
We went to that concert, and we got.
Oh yeah.
Recently, we went to that concert, and they searched my purse. And then after they searched it, we had to have it searched and everything. And after, I went, well, good thing they didn't find my knife.
Oh, your knife.
It was hidden in the corner of my purse, like underneath like the lining. It's one of those big fold-up knives. And I'm like, wow, I'm so lucky. Or farm stuff. Went to the border again, and do you have any farm stuff or anything like? I'm like, no. And they saw some baler twine in the back of my truck. And then they looked, and they're like, oh. And then I guess I had little bits of grass growing in my back of my truck bed from the hay.
Oh.
And they're like, well, this is farm stuff. I'm like, well, I didn't see the little bits of grass growing in the back of my truck bed. I got hauled in for agricultural inspection. They thought I was like lying, but I really wasn't. So like, there's like, and I was like, wow, 2 hours later after the agricultural inspection of my truck.
It's like, keep the grass, keep the sprouts.
But it's just funny. That's a different type of lie though.
Well, I guess, yeah, no, okay. It's coming to me now. So you know I get a little obsessed with things, and I used to...
What did you do?
I was getting into rabbits.
Yeah.
The Holland lops, you know, they're like the little fluffy dwarf ones with the floppy ears.
So cute.
So, of course, I had to find good rabbits, so I went to the States, got them, and they were going to meet me at a big rabbit convention.
Oh, wow.
So Blair and I drove out there. We spent the night in his Avalanche. He had so there's a tonneau cover, right?
Yeah.
And then you can take out the back seat, so it's like a whole open area into the bed of the truck. So we had we set up a bed there instead of getting a hotel. I still remember sleeping in the back of that thing. It was not comfortable, and we would hear people, because we were in a parking lot, right? So we'd hear people like talking right outside the vehicle. It was very it felt like we shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And then
it's no big deal though. People do it all the time now because hotels are so expensive. It's not.
Yeah.
So you didn't enjoy that experience?
No. And then we picked up rabbits there. And then when we brought them back across the border, they're like, what are these for? It's like, oh, it's just my pet rabbits. And then they let you go through.
Oh.
And we did that on an airplane too, because obsessive, right? So I brought rabbits on the airplane, and because he said they were our pets, because he said they were our pets, we could have them underneath the seat in the plane.
Oh.
Instead of having to get luggage booked for them and all that stuff.
That's neat. Where did you get them from, Alberta?
I got all my rabbits from the States initially. Mm-hmm. And then my Rex rabbits I got from a lady in Chase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now I'm rabbitless, except for the freezer. The freezer has some rabbit in there.
But it's less work though. It's a bit of work.
It was a bit of work, and you know what? Nobody wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It was a pain to get the boys to do it. You had to do it every day. I wanted to do a more automated system where, you fill up the bucket of water and it waters them for a while, but because it would leak, I would constantly be having to play with it. But then the rabbits, they themselves would pull on them, so I think it probably loosened them, so your buckets would leak out extra fast. But c'est la vie. I heard something interesting about beans. So every single different legume, which would be beans and peas and stuff, I don't know what else it all includes, they all require a different bacteria to digest.
Okay.
So if you add beans to your diet and you add a variety of beans to your diet, it will help develop those different strains of bacteria to help boost your gut flora.
So it's basically probiotic, a different type of probiotic.
Yeah, and then it's recommended to start, if you haven't had a bean before, to only start with a little bit, a teaspoon to a tablespoon.
Interesting though, I don't have problems with beans.
Some people do, and some people get so gassy from beans, right?
I've never had a problem.
I think that's just because they haven't developed the necessary bacteria to digest.
Maybe because I eat lots of raw vegetables, from the garden. I don't know.
Maybe too, if you use dried beans, you gotta make sure you soak them and get rid of the water and cook it. I'm trying to incorporate more beans into the diet. So I've been making, the last 2 times we've had burritos and tacos. Yeah. I've been doing the refried beans. Oh, so good.
I know.
So good.
I love it.
I could just eat that when it's all mixed up, with the onions and the garlic and everything, I could just
You could do it in a slow cooker too, I like them fried. I don't know. And something about it tastes better fried to me, I think. Oh, I have fava beans. I can give you some. They supposed to taste like a big cross between like peas and a bean, like actual like black bean.
How do you eat them?
So, eaten fresh, cooked, or dried. Salads, stews, sauces, fillings, and a snack. Eat into dips, rice, and pasta. Very versatile.
I want to make more pasta. Homemade pasta is so good.
Mine was so thick, it was like hard to eat. You have like 2 pieces and you're full.
I love the homemade pasta because the flavor is so good. I would make it more if we had some kind of a mechanical like cutter, or even like the Play-Doh things where they like squish Play-Doh.
You can get attachments for your mixer, right? Like your stand-up mixer.
Well, then I would need a stand-up mixer.
Oh, you don't have one?
No.
I do everything by hand too. I'm kind of really old-fashioned.
It's a lot of work, though.
But I'd rather, why don't we just grind our own flour with a flour mill and then make pasta? That would be really good.
Yeah. Well, even if you make pasta, like I did the pumpkin pasta and the squash pasta, the flavor's really nice, but you're still using flour as well.
Yeah.
And I do like the idea of using other vegetables to help make the noodles, because then you get a little more nutrition in the noodles. But
the wheat berries ground up, making your own flour would be so good in bread and just like pasta. I want to try it.
Yeah.
This was like a big endeavor though.
I don't think it would be so bad once you're set up. It's just the initial cost of getting set up.
A good mill that actually grinds it into flour, they're expensive.
Yeah.
At least $1,000 or so.
And a food processor probably would not do it. I wonder if you took your wheat berries and made them ready to be sprouted. So basically, if I do the sprouts for the chickens, I take wheat, put it in a bucket overnight with hot water.
Yeah.
And then I just start draining it, right? And then eventually it'll sprout. And then the beans or the berries would be soft. So maybe you could do a food processor with that.
I don't know. I never think about anything like that.
I have to get a better food processor.
I feel like that's like way too much work. And I wonder how many people would eat it in my family.
Well, it would be something too you'd have to plan out in advance. Probably.
Yeah.
I would think. Versus just grinding it dry.
I'd rather do that though because it doesn't have any folic acid in it. They put all the folic acid into the flour now, right? A lot of people can't process it.
So you had some fun.
Yes, we did a quick 2-day, 1-night wine trip up to the Okanagan, Kelowna. It was lovely. The weather wasn't too hot, not too cold. I've never gone on a wine tour, never. I've never even been in a winery. Isn't that crazy?
They are pretty majestic.
Yeah, I've never been. Like, I guess career, kids, life, I haven't had the opportunity to go. Like, I've driven past them, but I've never stopped. So it was a really fun experience. I really wanted to go to Crown and Thieves. That was the only thing I had said to the girls. I'm like, the only place that if we don't go to many, I just want to go there. And it did not disappoint. Beautiful location. Looks kind of like the ruin buildings, like in ruins.
Oh, cool.
So it's 3 floors. The downstairs floor is the Speakeasy, which it looks like kind of like a cross between like parlor burlesque type, but like fancy, like high class, beautiful bar, beautiful stage, lots of like kind of neat decor, like antiques everywhere. Lots of velvet, lots of texture. It's beautiful. And then the wine tasting, the wine was delicious. I got the sparkling, what's it called? I can't remember. It's the sparkling one. It was so good. And I got another bottle too. And I just love all the artwork, the whole history of it all. It was really neat. And the decorations all came from an auction in Vancouver. Because I asked. And like the girl, she was Australian. She was so fun. She was like so like energetic and bubbly, like good person to have working there. She was just perfect. And she was like telling us stories about, they got a cease and desist letter. Cease and desist? Cease and desist letter. I'm not saying it right. Anywho, because one of their labels had like kind of more of a reference to Dom Perignon. So there's just telling stories like that, right? That was really neat. Well, I guess every winery has some kind of story, right, to it. There's like all these little stories to how things came about in the labels and the history, right?
Had layers to it.
Yeah, it was like right on the water, and it was just beautiful. And then the top floor is where you have like the restaurant, and you go up there. And we just stayed for the wine tasting, went downstairs and sat downstairs. We were the only ones downstairs. It was nice.
You have to take me, ever since I've heard of the existence of speakeasies.
I know,
I
right?
would love to go to one.
Yeah, so the owner, Jason Parks, I don't know if he has other investors or owners too. I didn't ask, but his like name is on all the labels of everything and hats and shirts. So I'm assuming he's probably like higher percentage investor because his name's on everything there at the winery. So he has other ones as well. We went to all his there.
All the wineries?
That he owns.
Oh.
Yes. So the other place that I absolutely fell in love with was the Hatching Post. It's like a rustic little, like, you can't even tell what it is building. You go there and it's like so Western inside. And the ceiling has an old roulette thing. It's huge, from like obviously from like Vegas or from Nevada or somewhere. And it's like, it circles the top of the light. So you can see it when you come in. And just all the decor is so Western, like the Palomino beer is delicious. And I took some...
it's like a blonde ale or something.
Yeah. And then I took some Mexican lime beer back. I'm like, okay, so how am I going to get some home? Because they don't sell it in the stores. And the guy's like, you have to order a keg. I'm like, oh gosh, that's a lot.
Keg?
That's a lot of beer for the summer. I guess my girlfriend's going to help me drink the keg. Because I was like, they don't sell it in stores. I'm like, I can't get back up here. It's so good.
Did you get a keg?
No. I got a little 6-pack to go, but it was really good beer, and and the brisket there was amazing. So I asked for a side of butter to put on top of my brisket. It was so good. And then they give you this like rhubarb sauce to put on it as well. It was delicious. So we really enjoyed that place, the Hatching Post. And then we went to the Hatch, which has a beautiful view as well.
Is this also owned by
Jason Parks? They're all owned by him. And then the other one was called, I can't remember the name now. Oh, gosh. Black Swift, that's the other one we went to. So Crown and Thieves, Black Swift, and a handful more. Why isn't it
the
showing?
Hatching Post, the Hatch.
And Black Swift, we went to Black Swift.
So he pretty much has, you could just take a tour bus and he could have his own tour.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The doors for all these places, you can tell they're really cool. That's why I asked, where are they from? And yeah, the auction in Vancouver. I'm like, oh, we need to go to this auction in Vancouver and get some cool stuff. Like the doors are amazing. All the tiles are all from the auction too on the ceiling. They're amazing. Like his taste is just, that's what I liked. It's just all the little details. So the other winery we went to that he has is the Black Swift Vineyards, and that was a beautiful place as well. The view, it's just right on the water, like, just so nice.
Was there only the one speakeasy?
Yeah, just that one. But it was like the whole theme of it all. It's just really neat. So I think my favorite was Crown and Thieves, based on just the experience and the wine. But the Hatch was amazing. They're all like similar, like his wines, right? I don't know what I was going to say about that. But yeah, no, it was just really neat. And then I had to ask more questions about him. And I'm like, oh, so where does he live and all that? She didn't really say, obviously, right? But like, she said that he has a band, The Proper Men. I'm like, oh, and so I was like looking it up. I'm like, okay, we have to find out where they're playing and go watch them. So we're gonna go do that.
I'm in. Where do they go? Did you check already?
Not yet.
The Proper Man. I think I would get some weird Google searches if I type in The Proper Man.
Jason Parks, The Proper Man.
Band.
But you got to see the page. You have to look at the page of them. They have like this look to them, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Jason Parks, the bad boy of Canadian wine.
Yes, there's like a hidden thing to all of it. Like there's a twist on everything, right?
Lead singer of the house band Proper Man, founder, winemaker, visionary winery owner who surrounds himself with like-minded thinkers and doers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to be, though. In order to be a thinker and doer and to actually utilize it to the best of your ability, you need to surround yourself with thinkers and doers.
Yes, well, 10 years it took for them to actually start and plan out Crown and Thieves. 10 years in the making. That's a whole decade in the making for that winery. That's why it was so impressive. Here's a picture here. Like, you can just see, look at the view. It's just so nice.
This was in Kelowna?
It's just lovely, yeah. See,
Wow.
the nest, they have the theme of the nests and birds, right? Like the hatching post instead of the hitching post.
Oh, yeah.
There's the nest. And it's so neat. See all the little white, those are all milk cartons they recycle.
Oh.
And orange juice too. So you look at the cartons around the grapes, they're all recycled. So milk, organic milk cartons. And then it says orange juice. So they use everything that's like been recycled just to hold up the grapes, like the new ones. You can see them right there.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. I wanted to say more. I'm kind of losing my words. I'm kind of tired.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. I honestly, I can't even tell you how much I loved his wineries. Like, yeah.
Well, we got to go back. We got to see the Speakeasy. They must play there. We got to figure out when they're going to play.
Where is pictures
Plan
of
a
it?
trip.
This is the ceiling at Crown and Thieves.
Oh, wow.
This is it. This is from ceilings from Italy. So that's Crown and Thieves, and then downstairs. I don't think I've got all the pictures saved yet. I just haven't had time. This is what I got. This one. So they have like the cute little labels, and here's the Speakeasy downstairs. It was empty. See how cool?
Yeah,
See
that's
how
very
cool it
cool.
is? With all the animals and all the heads, like it was just so cool. This is not Crown and Thieves. This is Friend.
That's a cute pic.
Friend. This is one. Yeah, this is the one that's on the water with the beaver. So I'm talking to the girls and I see this head pop up out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh, Ogopogo. And they're looking at me. I'm like, oh no, it's a beaver. And everybody starts laughing. They're like, what are you talking about, Gwen? I'm like, there's a beaver in the water. Because we're talking to those other girls that were from Quebec, that other girl that hadn't been. And I'm like, beaver. And they're like, oh, and Shannon's like, oh. And none of them ever seen the beavers. They were so confused at first. Like, it was honestly funny. He was so cute. Then there's another one that went and hid under here.
Oh,
but look at the sky.
That's a good picture. It's really pretty.
It is pretty. Look, we love the sky. So we're taking pictures on that. This is the Friend. This is the only winery on the water. But the food sucked and the wine sucked. Oh, that's a bad picture. That one's getting deleted. But yeah, it was super fun. But what else did we have here? Oh, the other one, the hatching post. This is the ceiling. Look how beautiful it is with the tile.
Oh, yeah.
They had it all imported and I guess from the auction. This is the hatch that he owns. And he has like this one guy who's the artist. He's the one that does all the labels for like the winery, like the wineries. So there's always like weird things like birds and monkeys and like pigs. See, this is the artist. His name is Paul Morstad. And he does the labels for the winery. See all the cool like artwork?
Yeah. That beetle's cool.
There's some really cool ones. So yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh.
Good little
Oh,
dip of the toes into the wine scene in Kelowna.
I really enjoyed it. Like, I definitely want to go back again soon. It was fun.
Yeah, we're going to have to plan some kind of trip. But we would need at least a 3-day trip. One to get there, one to be there, one to leave. Because
it was a whirlwind. We got a lot done.
That's a whirlwind.
We got a lot done. We even said we felt like we were there for 3 days. We're only there for 1 day.
Because you were so busy.
We were so busy on the go. And then we got a little tipsy at the Grizzly.
Is that a winery?
Yes, but I didn't love it. The wine was just, I almost like gagged on the blueberry one. I had to try to hide it. He's like, do you like it? I'm like, no. He's like, well, describe it. And I'm like, well, it tastes like, you know, coolers. We used to drink like the grower's cooler and it would sit in the vehicle for a couple hours. And then you would take it out without any ice or whatever. You would drink it. That's what it tasted like.
The drink we bought because it was the cheapest.
Yes. Yes. I can't even drink it ever. I haven't had it since like, I don't know, a long time. I'm going to say that. But he asked me to describe it. So I did. And he's like, oh. But he was young. He didn't care. He just wanted to hear like what my thoughts were on it. But he was a nice guy. He's from St. Martin Island. I've never met anybody from St. Martin Island.
Where is St. Martin Island?
It's it's near all the islands, the British islands, like St. Lucia.
Oh, okay.
It's close to Dominican, kind of, but not really. Just a tiny little island. Said he's here because his family came out here because they wanted more. There's not much there. So yeah, he was fun though. He wanted to know what it tasted like, so I was like super honest.
Too honest, maybe.
Yes. But when we were there, we were a little tipsy, and we were like, me and Sean, there's so many wildflowers there. So there's like purple wildflowers and white and yellow, like and little cute ones. So we started picking them all and putting them in our hair. So Shannon's got our hair up in like a cute little like bun, and it's full of flowers. I've now made a huge crown of flowers. And then Shannon and I like braided them into my hair, kind of like the flower stems. It looks so pretty. Yes, people were staring at the flowers in our hair for sure, but it was so cute. Oh yeah, so I told them I was gonna. There's like the saloon doors at the hatching post, and I said I was gonna stand there and flash Shannon. She was gonna get a picture. She's like, "You're not doing it." And I'm like, "Watch me." So our bartender's outside. I'm like, "Oh shit." So he's serving somebody outside. As I go to the saloon doors, flip it up, and he turns around and saw it. I'm like, oh! Yeah, it was funny. So then she ended up taking a picture of me flashing it. I don't even think she sent it to me. It was pretty cute. She didn't want me to do it. Then she's like, fine, I'll just take the picture. Because she knew I was going to do it, right? It was cute.
Well, this has been fun. I'm glad we got to end on a light note, and it was a good episode.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I'm a little tired today, so if I sound a little off, it's because wine and tripping around.
A wine weekend.
We got home late last night. But I'm trying.
Well, we appreciate the effort.
But I definitely want to go do it again. It was so much fun. And there's like some shopping stores. Some girls were wearing these like cute outfits. I'm like, where are they from? Like, start some store with the M. I don't know. But I was like, I want to go there.
Well, I feel like pretty quickly in my future, I'm going to have some dispensable cash.
I like that. Positive.
It's coming. Coming. I've been scraping the barrel for too long.
It's coming.
So, we'll have to plan a trip, and maybe we'll have to do some video footage that we can post on our socials and
I would
YouTube.
love that.
Might be kind of fun.
We gotta go. Now I want to go like in a week or two. We gotta plan it. We gotta plan it.
Yeah. But I'm totally down. Maybe we can drop the kids off with your mom.
Oh yes, because she'll be out there somewhere.
Yes. Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Till next weekend. Or wait, no.
Next weekend?
Till the other Thursday.
The second Thursday.
Till the second Thursday. Ciao for now.
Enjoy your summer.